what's up? Welcome back to episode 2 of Books and Baking. I am excited today. Last video we talked about romance books, and then I realized that February is coming up and it probably should have been a good idea to do the romance books like, you know, when Valentine's Day is coming up. So because I've already done the romance books, I thought it would be a great idea to talk about book boyfriends while we bake a little sweet treat that's like Valentine's Day. Let me show you what we are going for. How cute are they? We're gonna make these little pastry love letters today and talk about book boyfriends. Now, the website that I've gotten this from is like a vegan recipe, but I'm going to do the same quantities of everything, just not vegan basically. But if you want to do a vegan recipe, you can just swap what I'm doing to vegan ingredients. So basically the same, but I realized that I did not have ice water, so that's currently in the freezer at the moment. I'm gonna see if we can do anything up until we need ice water, basically. What you will need for this recipe is 240 grams of plain flour, 2 tablespoons of caster sugar, and extra for some sprinkling, 220 grams of butter, ice water, which we will see the measurements for later on, 1 jar of strawberry jam, milk, and icing sugar as well. So you will need to set your oven to 170 degrees Celsius and line some baking trays. So I'm gonna do that first. I've got all of my ingredients laid out here. Now, because I have too many book boyfriends that I am obsessed with, it's kind of gonna be rapid fire. I'm gonna say their name, what book they're from, and why I like them. So it's gonna be a fast one, but we're gonna have to get through it because this is also not a long recipe to make. It's literally just pastry and jam. So, okay, so the first thing we need is 240 grams of plain flour. So that is gonna go in here. Now, the first man that I'm gonna talk about is Knox from The Things We Never Got Over, because I love him. I love that he's just this big man. For me, like, my husband's a big guy. Like, I like a big guy. And to me, picturing Knox, he's a big guy. I'm pretty sure he has some tattoos. He's like a gentle giant. And to me, my husband is the same kind of man. So I think that's why I like Knox so much, because he's a family man, he is caring, and yet he's just this big, broody guy. I love that he's always so protective, just kind of wants the best for everybody. Okay, that's gonna go in our big mixing bowl. And then we're gonna need 2 teaspoons of caster sugar. Now, the next guy is Cole from Throne of Glass. I love Cole. I don't see that Cole has done anything wrong. Cole is the king's like guard, or the prince's guard, basically, in the Throne of Glass series. And I honestly just love him. He stands up for her every single damn time, and he still loves her. Like, no matter what happens and no matter what she does, he is still there for her and still cares for her. He takes his work seriously and he loves his friends. And to me, that's all green flags. We then need 220 grams of butter. So that is like half of this tub that I've got. So I'm just gonna put it in, like, with a huge chunk, and then I'm gonna mix it with my hands. It says to do it with a like processor, basically just until you get like white sandy look. So I'm just gonna mix it in with my hands, so that's gonna be fun. The next man is also from fantasy book, and that is Lucian from ACOTAR. I love Lucian. He is firstly very like attractive in my mind. He has red hair, he has some different color eyes, he has like long orange hair as well. He is from the Autumn Court, and I just think that's really cool, because I also am obsessed with autumn. Okay, let me take these up. I did wash my hands beforehand, so don't stress. But he is such a funny man. He's so funny and he's so beautiful, and he doesn't take life like too seriously. Like, he's just chill, and he has to make a joke out of everything. I also love how like patient he is as he's like slowly falling for Eileen. So love that he's always on Feyre's side no matter what. So that's also like a plus in my book. But yeah, he's funny, he's chill, he doesn't take life too seriously. We love that about him. Obviously the next one then, in talking about fictional fantasy men, is Xaden. My gosh, Xaden is like the epitome of bad boy. If you're a girl who likes a bad boy, yep, that's Xaden. I think that every girl loves Xaden. Every girl loves a little bit of a bad boy from time to time. He is so funny to me. Yeah, sure, he's done some stupid things, but you know what, so has Violet. So, you know, when I'm neither here nor there with the two of them, you know, but I think Xaden is just like a bad boy through and through. There's definitely some good in him, but who doesn't love a bad boy? And I think that's why everybody loves Xaden so much. Now we're going to add ice water, but I don't have ice, so I'm just going to use normal water, and it's about 2 teaspoons until we can get everything combined. So I'm just going to get that from like the tap. Well, hopefully that's good. Now we have to mix it and then Glad wrap it and then put it in the fridge for 30 minutes. So let's try and get all of this together. So the next men I have are from some romance books, which is William from Charlie, Love and Cliches. I love this book. I've read it twice now. I love how William stands up for Charlie all the time. Like Charlie cops it a lot from people around her and especially from her family, but William just constantly stands up for her, and yeah, I just love that about him. I also love that he's like this kind of like geeky office guy, and that he loved Charlie so much just for who she is. She's a bit of a quirky girl, but she works hard and she dreams big, and William is always just constantly telling her to chase her dreams no matter what. Okay, I think that is pretty good. Now I'm gonna roll it into a nice little ball so it looks like this, and then Glad wrap it, and then as I said, yeah, pop it in the fridge for 30 minutes, and then we can roll it out and make our little love letters. We are back, and my dough is now nice and cold because it's been 30 minutes in the fridge. So now it's time to roll them all out, cut them into diamond shapes, and then make our little envelopes. I'm so excited. Okay, so I'm just gonna dust the workbench with some flour as well. And I always like to split my dough in half. It just makes it a lot easier to work with, and that way it's okay. Well, you know what, that's there now. So it just makes it a lot easier to work with, especially on like a small surface that I'm currently working on. So I think I'm gonna do it fairly thick, just because we need to cut these diamond shapes out. I'm trying to think of a diamond. So I can. I don't have a cookie cutter the shape of a diamond. So, okay, this is my diamond. So we've got to do it so it's in and then up. It's really cute, but I think it needs to be like, you can kind of tell it's an envelope, but of course we got to put the jam in the center first. We also need to cut out the love hearts. So, okay, this is gonna be a little while. So let's just take our time and make sure that they are perfect. The next one, I've talked about William. The next one is Rocky from Dishonestly Yours. If you have not read this book, Dishonestly Yours, you need to go read it. It was a 5-star read for me last year. I love this book. It is so good. And Rocky, see, I think this is too small. I think that's my problem. I'm doing them too little. That's fine. Trial and error. And Rocky is the older brother to one of the girls. So, and that girl's best friend is the love interest. Anyway, Rocky is just this like protector. He just wants everyone to be safe and well, and he will quite literally do anything to make sure that his love interest is okay. So anyway, love him. He's great. He's really funny. Now, I love Adam from The Love Hypothesis. I have read this book 3 times. Yeah, it was one of the very first books I read while getting back into reading. Oh, I loved this book. And as I said, I've read it 3 times. Like, it's just such a good book to me. It hits everything that I needed and want a book to hit. And I know a lot of people don't like this book, but especially as one of the earlier on Ellie Hazelwood books, this is what made me fall in love with Ellie Hazelwood. And Adam, our male character in this book, he is just this tall, lanky, dorky, nerdy scientist guy, and we love him for that. And I think that even just the fact that he plays along with her in this whole fake dating trope, and I think any male that kind of, like, the girl suggests it and the guy's like, yeah, sure, okay, whatever. I think that's great. Like, what a man to be able to do that, you know? Okay, I've cut out about 6 triangles. I'm just gonna do the love hearts for them now as well, just so that we don't miss out on any little love hearts, because we don't want to use all the pastry and then not have any love hearts left. The next one is Kai from Powerless. How can we not love him? He's a prince and a bad boy, and he's hilarious, and yeah, we love him. I love Kai. Every time there's something about Kai that comes up, yep, he's amazing. And I feel like, much like with Zayden, he doesn't need much explanation at all. Let's see if these work. So I've cut out 6 little love hearts, and I'm just gonna see if this works. I've got my jam here. I'm using strawberry, but of course you can use whatever you want. Okay, I feel that I am not strong enough to open this jar right now. Okay. This is why you wear an apron. Yeah, I just thought I'd look cute for you today because it's Valentine's Day, you know. I think that you're meant to kind of put it, let's just mix it up a little bit, on the whole thing, and then once you fold it, it will look good. So I'm just gonna smother that, and then we're gonna fold in and up, and then place a little love heart on it. I will show you what they look like in just a second, but I'm gonna finish this off and close out this video. So thank you so much for watching. I always love talking about anything books, and especially book boyfriends, and there are so many fictional men that us girls love, but I think as well they are character traits that we would seek out in real life. I think a lot of these men also reflect who my husband is, and for that I am very grateful. But yes, as I said, there are too many men that I could spend a very long time talking to you about, but as this recipe was quite short and sweet, I thought we would keep our discussions short and sweet. So yeah, let me know your maybe your favorite book boyfriend in the comments down below if you can. I don't think I have a favorite because there's just too many good ones out there. But if you do, please let me know down in the comments below. And yeah, I hope you guys have a lovely Valentine's Day, and be sure to make these treats because they are so cute. And I will chat to you guys next time. Bye. So this is what they are currently looking like. They will look a little bit different, of course, once they've been in the oven. I can't quite get this shape right, but you know what? I think it's cute and it's fun. So they are going to go into the oven just to make the pastry brown, and then they'll be ready. And I think they're going to look really cute with a cup of tea and your book.